Entry number one. Yeah, ne? Um, I don't even know why I'm doing this in some ways. I mean, I don't, I just had the idea. Well, the idea's always been in my mind. And then yesterday it came back and I said, oh, why am I not doing this? Why am I scared? Why am I running away? I don't know. I mean, I kept thinking about how I'm going to start this, right? I mean, who's it for? It's for me, as selfish as that sounds. It's for me. I want to look back and hear some of my thoughts and things that I believed and look back and hear them and I don't know, be able to see some progress maybe, be able to feel like better about myself, maybe even along the way, finding people who feel the same as I do. I kept thinking about how I would start this, right? And you know what I want this to actually be. I mean, I don't want them to be long, that's for sure. I think anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes is more than enough, or else I'm just, prattling on. But I've just been thinking, okay, what do I want this to be? And I think the thought that just keeps coming into my mind is daily, daily checkups, daily, checkups, check how I'm doing, like a diary entry without the writing, because I'm not so good at the writing part. Um, but I want it to be daily. I think I'm going to write this down so I don't forget. Let me get out my pen and notebook here. I don't know if you can hear it. I've got green tea here too, for those of you who are even interested. But I want it to be daily. And I want it to just be reflections, just reflections, the good and the bad. I definitely want anonymity. Anonymity? I want to be anonymous, right? I want to be able to say things that I don't want people near me to be, to hear. Yeah. And I think maybe a goal, right, is to just 90 days. 90 days of consistently showing up, 90 days of consistently listening to my thoughts and speaking them and hearing them and deciphering them. I've recently went through a bit of a change actually. Today's Monday. So yesterday was church and the pastor was speaking about Galatians and God. And there was a whole background on the Judaizers and how they wanted people to believe that, you're not only saved through faith, but that, you also need to be doing all the Jewish traditions, and the whole point essentially of the sermon is to obviously dive deeper into Galatians, but it was also about how the law's job is to just point us to Christ, right? The law's job is to just show us how incapable we are and point us to a savior and how we will never earn salvation. And I've known this, like I've known it in my mind. But when he explained it and he broke it down in the way he did, I realized so, how much I've been so, like I've been trying to earn my way to Christ. I mean, there's some things that I deal with that again, I don't know if how open and honest I want to be on here. Worst case, someone finds it and I just faint. But I deal with habitual sin for years. So many years I've dealt with it, and I've always felt like if I could stop this certain sin, then God would be proud of me. God would be happy with me. But watching that sermon made me realize that even if, let's pretend, that sin, I overcome it, I stop doing it for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever the streak is, I would still have every other sin to deal with: lying, jealousy, anger, and those ones are sins that you can't even promise you'll never commit. I mean, you can try your best not to, but you could commit it. And I don't know, it just got me thinking about how I've been viewing God and how I've been in a way trying to earn his love, trying to make him love me for what I can do. And he already loves me. He already saved me. and he knows my imperfections. He knows where I struggle, and I don't think I can change myself. Anyway, it's just something I'm going through recently. I use this app called I'm Sober to track my streaks. I think of the one of the biggest issues of mine on there, and just want to check how clean am I, right? Isn't that what it's called? Like your clean streak. A day, no, where is it? 2 days and 12 hours, right? My goal is to just never go back. To be honest with you, I've had these 30-day goals, 60-day goals, 90-day goals. My goal is to just never go back. My goal is, and my hope is that God can just change me and work through me, and that I clearly am incapable of fixing myself. I don't know. There's some random sounds outside. I wonder how much of that you can hear. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, other goals, I think it's like what, it's July now, a few months before the year ends. Some of the goals that I have is I'm currently, we can just say 82 kilograms safely. I'm trying to get to 78 kilograms by October for my friend's wedding. I'm also a trader, actually, surprisingly. Been trading since 2018, barely successful, hardly successful. Had two, maybe one really good year, and then it's been downhill ever since. So I've been doing that since then. I'm currently funded about 100K. So, and I have a few other challenges I'm doing too. So that's an aspect of me. I'm currently interning as a cybersecurity intern. So that's my day job, even though I could have some arguments about how that's going, to be honest with you. Maybe it's a podcast session, diary entry, whatever you want to call this, for another time. I don't want to make these too long, but maybe that's a little bit about me. Can I say where I'm based? Nah, let's not say where I'm based. Let's keep that little secret. But yeah, I don't know. I just want this to be something I can listen to in a few years' time and remember how far I've come. There's people moving the trash outside. It's so loud. And they're talking. Anyway, that's life rap. Um, Actually, something interesting I've done recently in the last 3 minutes that I have is I deleted all social media. Right, so I don't have Instagram, I don't have YouTube, I don't have Twitter. I have nothing. I've also deleted Uber Eats because that is stealing all my money and making me fat. So it's this new thing I'm trying. Right, I've gone around in circles trying to change myself, and I've never really done anything truly different to try and change my circumstances. So I've deleted all those apps. I've put limits and time limits, and I've asked my boyfriend to actually put a code. So I wasn't fully honest with him. The real reason I did that really was so that I couldn't access certain apps. Like I said, I deal with certain habitual sins. So I didn't want to say that, but it also has the added benefit of I get to get off all these social media accounts and Uber Eats and all of that. So he has the pin. So if I want to do anything, download any apps, extend time, what is it called? Like when you reach your time limit, if I want to extend it, I need the pin, and he has it. So I guess an extra layer of accountability, which without him really knowing, he's my extra layer of accountability, right? He thinks it's for Uber Eats, but we do what we can. And I'm hoping to keep it that way. I've also deleted all my YouTube like recommendations. So like when I open YouTube, it doesn't show me anything, right? Usually you have like different videos, suggestions. I don't have that. I switched it all off. So I don't have any YouTube recommendations. I've switched off YouTube Shorts. I've switched off so much history, deleted it in some of my accounts. And I've also stopped watching Netflix shows. I've removed shows temporarily though. Temporarily. I used to watch, what was the show? Olivia Pope, what is it, The Fixer or Scandal, whatever, where I stay, it's renamed The Fixer. So from that, you should be able to gauge where I'm staying. But I don't know, I was just finding myself watching shows, and that's also one of my shows are also a trigger point for me. They trigger me. Like I said, I deal with habitual sin. Um, so I was just so sick and tired of dealing with it and always falling into like the same patterns. And I said, you know what? I removed Netflix, Prime, Disney, all of it, it's gone. The only kind of like entertainment I'm really allowing myself currently is Social media limited, obviously, to the times that I've said because my boyfriend has a pen, and I'm allowed to watch movies. I allow myself movies, so I've watched so many movies this past week. But it's a different experience to watch a movie than to watch a show. So all I do now is watch movies. I've watched The Prestige, drama. What else? Wuthering Heights, but the new one, the 2026 one, which was not a good idea, but it is what it is. What other movies have I watched? I don't know. Those ones. I've got a few recommendations from someone at work um, that I want to try and also get through and watch. But yeah, I'm kind of procrastinating work a little bit now, so I should probably get off. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.